Welcome back, everybody. Robert with Occupancy Boost. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the Booking.com Pace Report. This is a great tool for properties to use to gauge how well their future reservations are picking up. It also will allow you to take care of any revenue deficiencies you have coming up in the future before they happen. Stay tuned. I'm going to switch screens. I'm going to show you this and a lot more. Okay, the tab you're going to want to go to here is right underneath the Analytics tab, and it's going to be your pace of bookings. Basically, this is your pace report. So under Analytics, third one down, your pace of bookings. And it's going to bring you to the simple pace report right here. And I'm going to show you guys an example of a couple different hotels because I want you to see how some hotels, I don't want you to see a hotel performing really well. I want to show you a couple hotels that aren't performing as well as, I want them to. So if you want more information on reading this pace report, I got this link to this area down in the description. This is a Booking.com article, basically, that tells you how to read a pace report. I'm going to cover it all in the video, but if you want to read more about it, the link is in the description for this video. But going back to this pace report, what it does, it auto-populates to the last 365 days. Now, you can check this on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis. I'm going to make this video real simple, so I'm just going to do it I'm just going to keep it checked as a monthly, and we're going to look at the last 365 days. So, important part of this, what it's showing you here, and let's go down here for the last 365 days. Right now, the date is February 15th, and it says 47 room nights, average rate $78.40. So what that means is for the last 365 days, we've booked 47 room nights for the month of February from today going forward. So from the 15th going forward. So it's just showing you reservations that have booked for the last 365 days past for the day of February 15th and going forward. So it's basically telling you how many future reservations have been booked at this property for the last 365 days. And if you scroll over to March, it's 18, April is 4, so on and so forth. You guys kind of get the picture. This graph up here is average rate. And if I scroll down here a little bit more, it shows you how this looks as far as room revenues go. So February's $3,682 have been booked for the month of February in the last 365 days for February 15th through the end of the month. March, April, May. Now, again, if you want to understand this a little bit better, you can go to this link in the description and read this article or watch my video again. I like to look at this for like the last 30 or last 60 days. Really, the last 365 days doesn't give me an accurate picture of how a hotel's been performing. So I like to go to the last 30 days. So let's go to the last 30 days and let's compare us to last year. Okay, so we're going to do a comparison to last year. So we're going to look at the last 30 days, how many room nights have been booked into February, March, April, all the future months, compared to the year before for the previous 30 days, how it did compare to that. So it's showing you year over year how this hotel's been pacing, basically, or how they've been with future reservations. So if you're looking here at the last 30 days on this graph, it says we've booked 42 room nights in the last 30 days for February 15th going forward. Last year at this time, we had done 12 room nights for the same time period. So we're doing much better than we did last year. Average rate right now, as you can see, is $77. Average rate last year for those 12 reservations was $108. So it's a big difference. The strategy's totally changed for this hotel, and it's probably changed for the better. So the hotel is, doing a whole different revenue. I wasn't involved with this property last year, but there's a whole different revenue management strategy, and there's a lot more business on the books going forward. March is actually doing better. 14 room nights compared to 9 room nights the year before, and then April's doing better. May and June, June's doing better. May's about the same. So if you scroll down here to room revenue, it's telling you, oops, one moment. If you go to room revenue, it shows you that the 42 room nights is $3,250 compared to last year at $1,300. So this hotel is doing really well. Looking at this on a pace report, it looks to me like this hotel is picking up more reservations in advance than it was the year before. The hotel's pacing very well. This is a pace report. So I wouldn't change a thing for this property. Now, what I want to do is I want to take you guys to a property that isn't performing as well as this property. So we're going to go to this property right here, and we're going to go to the last 30 days of reservations, and we're going to compare it to last year. You can compare it to last year. You can compare to your competitive set. You can compare to your peer group or your market. And if you don't have your competitive set loaded, you simply can go down here to this analytics tab and just click on competitive set, and it'll take you to an area where you can put in your competitors that you want to compare yourself against. So it's one of the first things I do when I take over a hotel is I load their competitive set so I know what I'm compared against. Now for this property here, for the last 30 days, they've only booked 4 room nights from February 15th, for the month of February, basically from the 15th through the end of the month. The year before, they'd actually had 12 room nights booked. So they're down. Their pace is down. And as you can see here, their average rate right now is $71.50 for there's 4 rooms. Last year, it was $56.50. So there's been a big increase in ADR, but they sacrificed a lot of room nights to get there. And if you scroll down here to the chart, you can see that, the revenue is a huge difference too. They're doing less than half the revenue they were doing last year for the month of February for future bookings. So definitely want to take a look at this and see what is going on. This is a good way for you to kind of check the health of your property going forward. I know this would be a great tool also for short-term rental owners. I know a lot of short-term rental owners are looking for consistency. They have a lot less rooms to sell than a hotel does. So, bookings in advance are a really big deal to short-term rental owners. I think it's good for hotels to focus on future bookings too, but I know short-term rental owners like to take a good look at that because their last-minute bookings aren't quite, for most short-term rentals, are not quite as they don't rely on last-minute bookings as much as they do future bookings. So looking at this pace report for a short-term rental owner, I think is a really important tool. Now, one thing you'd want to look at when you get into your property management system is why, the average rate is so much different than the year before. Another thing you might want to do is see if maybe you want to try an advanced purchase promotion. You can simply, to do that, you can just go up to your promotions here, click on your promotions or choose new promotions tab, and you can see all the promotions that are available. Let's kind of take a look and see what's available to run. There's different deals that you can do, early 2025 deal, getaway deal. You're going to look for advanced purchase promotions. And if you scroll down here to the bottom, it tells you this early booker deal. That's a good thing to set up. I have that set up for most of my properties. And it may be something for this property that you'd want to set up. The minimum discount that you can do is 10%, but you can also raise it up to different percentage points. So it's quite possible that maybe an advanced purchase deal was put in for this property the year before. Maybe it's not out there this year. Okay. I want to take you guys to another hotel. Let's look at another hotel not doing quite as well. This property is a little bit more descriptive. Let's just take a look at the last 365 days for this property to start off with. We're comparing to last year. Now you can see for February, their bookings are down. So for the last 365 days, from February 15th through the end of the month, this property's put 9 room nights on the books. The year before, they had put 15, so it's about half. And the average rate is about the same. Their average rate is $75. Last year was $70, so it's not too much of a difference, but they're pacing behind. And if you look at March, they're way behind in March. They've got 2 room nights. They put 2 room nights on the books in the last 365 days for March. Last year, they had put 16 room nights on the books for the last 365 days. So they're pacing way behind. Their average rate this year for March is $104. Last year was $70. So obviously there's a pricing thing going on there. Their rates a lot higher this year, or they had advanced purchase promotion or some type of promotion set up for last year. So this is a flag. This is something you definitely want to take a look at. The first thing I would do for this property is I would look at their rates that they have loaded for this year and see if maybe they've loaded rates that are too high. If not, I would definitely think about opening up a promotion underneath this Choose New Promotion tab and see if I can get these bookings up and then recheck this maybe in about 2 weeks, okay? So again, for this pace report, it's showing you it's for February, since we're in the month of February already. It's showing you reservations have been booked in this property for the last 365 days. Since today's February 15th, it's showing you February 15th going forward. So the whole month of March, whole month of April, whole month of May, but only 15th through the 28th of February. Now, if you look at April, they've got 6 room nights on the books last year for the last 365 days. This year, it's 0. And then for May, 21. So they're pacing way, way, way behind. Just looking at this chart, you can see that the room nights that have been booked this year for the past 365 days versus the 365 days in the prior year is way, way down. And then going down here, you can see all the differences right here in percentages of how far they're down. Their revenue is way, way down. And if I can go down here to this chart and I just click on the total sum button right there, you can see that they've got for the next 300, or for the rest of the year, they've got $885 on the books that they've been booked in the last 365 days. It's $885. In the year before, it was $4,000. So they're down about 75% to the year before in future bookings. So there's definitely something you'd want to take a look at here. For March, you want to take a look at the average, or you want to take a look at the rate that's loaded, but you also maybe want to go up here to the promotions tab and see if there's some type of promotion you want to run. You're always going to look for a fix, either within your system or something you could do within the OTA to create more bookings. That is all I have for today. I hope this video helped you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and please share this video with your friends. I've got a lot of videos coming up in the future, and I've done a lot of videos in the past, and I think these videos can help short-term rental owners. Some of them can help short-term rental owners, and all of them can help hotels and motels. Stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, and click that bell icon to notify you of future uploads of new videos that I'm putting out. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you soon. Are you aware that over 97% of hotels overpay their OTA commissions or leave funds on virtual cards that never gets collected, and your property is probably one of them? XQuick is the #1 hotel reservation reconciliation provider because they do all the work for you. There's no software fee, no long-term contract, no maintenance fee, and no service fee. You only get paid when XQuick saves you money. In addition, they're able to integrate with any property regardless of brand affiliation. Think of all the time you and your staff will save when someone else consumes the burden of reconciling every single one of your OTA discrepancies caused by cancellations, no-shows, or adjustments. Simply click on the OTA savings link in the description below, and a representative will be in touch.